it's funny to me. There are a lot of ties between Tennessee and Tom Brady that some people are not aware of. You pointed that out this morning that T. Martin was one of the Brady Six, which I hadn't heard that term before. Explain what that means, the Brady Six.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's NFL Network or ESPN, but it was back in 2011. There was a documentary on the 6 quarterbacks taken ahead of Tom Brady in the 2000 NFL draft. And it was, I remember making my wife watch it, and she was actually like, it was supposed to prop up Tom Brady, but she found herself just feeling bad for the other quarterbacks because it was just making fun of the other quarterbacks. But there were 6 quarterbacks taken ahead of Brady. T. Martin was one of them. Funny enough, with T. Martin and Brady, both of them became starters in 98, the year after a 4-year starter left, Brian Griese at Michigan and Peyton Manning at Tennessee. Ironically,
in college. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, college. Michigan won the national title the year before T. Martin became the starter. Tennessee won it the year after Peyton Manning. And so there's some funny ties there too. But yeah, T. Martin was part of the Brady Six. A Knoxville kid was part of the Brady Six. Chad Pennington was another one who was part of the Brady Six. Mm-hmm. Which I think if he didn't get hurt, didn't he have just a rare arm too, Chad Pennington?
He never had a strong arm. I can't remember if I think he may have had an arm issue as well. I thought he was a very solid player. I thought his arm strength always held him back a little bit.
Okay.
He's one of the few, I believe that he got comeback player of the year twice.
I think so. The other ones were Chris Redman, somebody that San Francisco took, I forgot his name, that they thought was their next Steve Young, and they took him over Tom Brady, who wanted to go to San Francisco. T. Martin is part of that crew. Beyond just T. Martin, though, that 2007 Patriots team that went undefeated and lost to Eli Manning in the Super Bowl. That team had Dante Stallworth and Kelly Washington on it, which was the dream duo of Casey Clausen in 2001, which is also interesting. I do believe Rashad Baker played for the Patriots for a minute.
Good.
And also, for about a 7 to 9 year period, this is the most ironic part about Brady's tenure. Brady's prime were the years he never won a Super Bowl. He never won a Super Bowl in his prime, which was when he emerged in roughly like 2006, when they started to put the offense behind him as opposed to rely on the defense, up until like his physical peak, which lasted till about 2013. That was on defense. Jerod Mayo was leading the defense during that time, who was just an all-around great player. I also think, I know you covered him, Dave, I think he's just an all-around great guy too.
He is. Good dude.
Yeah. And Jerod Mayo was the star of the defense. It's kind of sad that they didn't really win a Super Bowl together because Mayo suffered a season-ending injury his last year, and then in 2014, and that year the Patriots won the Super Bowl. But he was still, if you were to name the best defensive player during Brady's time, I mean, Mayo's right there with Teddy Bruschi, Asante Samuel, Ty Law. I mean, he's in that conversation, even though he didn't get a Super Bowl like the other ones. So there are lots. Oh, and Cordarrelle Patterson won Brady's last Super Bowl with the Patriots. Cordarrelle Patterson was on that team.
Now, and I will add this as well. Here's a roundabout. You mentioned Randy Moss. Randy Moss played with Chad Pennington at Marshall, who played at Webb. And you also have Randy Moss, who played for Tom Brady. And Randy Moss said recently on Monday Night Football that he might have come to Tennessee had Peyton Manning showed up for his official visit. So that's a roundabout. What about that one?
Yeah, I would have
7 degrees of Randy Moss.
Marcus Nash is thinking his lucky stars because he would not have been a first-round draft pick if Randy Moss were playing at Tennessee in 1997. All due respect to Marcus Nash, he was the product of Peyton Manning.